Yes, guys, welcome back to another video. Welcome to the George Benson football channel for 6 things that we learned from Astana 1, Chelsea 3. The first half, it feels like it was quite a long time ago now. I think the second half was the kind of match that you would expect in minus 11 degree temperatures. Chelsea tonight, we gave debuts. We had Tyrique George starting on the left wing. We had Acheampong starting at right back, and we still have a 100% record in the Conference League. And if that isn't a good enough reason to smack a like on today's video and make sure you are subscribed to GBFC, because we have got so much content coming your way over the course of the rest of December. Tonight, it was all about Chelsea managing the weather. It was about getting those youngsters that flew out there to Kazakhstan. It is a ridiculously long way on a Thursday night with Premier League football coming up at the weekend. We didn't see a single senior player on the bench tonight for Chelsea. Pedro Neto started. The team was Jorgensen in goal, Acheampong right back, Disasi, Tosin, Renato, Veiga as the left back. We had a midfield of Dewsbury Hall, Chukwuemeka and Samrak Saki making his first Chelsea start. We had Pedro Neto, Tyrique George on the left, and then we had Marc Guiu, who gets himself a brace. I'm pretty sure they'd given the second goal to Guiu. It could have been an own goal. It was 50-50 in the GBFC live stream chat as to whether or not it was his goal or if it was an own goal. But realistically, this is one of those nights where I think the most important thing for Chelsea right now is the winning mentality that Enzo Maresca has created at this football club. And I think also as fans, we should be looking at this tonight. And as much as the second half was pretty underwhelming, at the same time, Astana scored a brilliant goal at the end of the first half. Shout out to flipping Tomasov, the 37-year-old right winger with an absolute pingu of a left foot to make it 3-1. And Chelsea controlled it. From that point, I was like, well, I don't think we're going to have anyone off the bench that can come on and really make this a game that we're going to smack them 5-1, 6-1, 7-1. You're looking at the bench, total inexperience, but we managed to see the game out with an experience that goes beyond the ages and the years of the players that were out there. I think this is a great night for Chelsea. I think it's a great night for the academy to be able to... This isn't a friendly. As much as people are belittling the Conference League, it is quite funny. The more matches that we play, the more I'm like, we shouldn't be here. Chelsea should not be competing in the Conference League. If it wasn't for the way that the FA Cup winners went last year, Chelsea should be in the Europa League right now. And that would, again, be probably a bit easy for us with the way that we're playing. There's obviously great teams in the Europa League. And this Conference League, it is a bit of a joke. But at the same time, this winning mentality... Chelsea are now on a 6-game win streak, or maybe it's 7. Definitely is 6 for sure. But we just keep beating all of the teams that are put in front of us right now. And I think tonight, as much as the second half was ever so slightly boring to say the least, I think we get the job done. And there are so many things that we can look forward to. And I want to go now straight into the boxes because I know that a lot of people were switching off in that second half. But there are so many great things to talk about. Box number 1 is a green box for Marc Guiu. I'm delighted for this guy. I remember making the pre-season tour vlog series that we did in America, and I was saying to you guys about Marc Guiu, I was like, there's something very likable about this guy. He tries really hard. He's like a bull in a china shop, but today, the first goal that we saw was absolutely brilliant. Pedro Neto with the pass, who was a class above everybody on the field when he was there. But Guiu gets the ball, he runs at the defender, drives past the defender, he's got the strength to beat him, and then if you're watching it, and you can see it from the angle where he's actually running at the goal, he doesn't really look up. And this is something instinctively that strikers need to have, to just know where that goal is. The finish was absolutely brilliant. For the second one as well, I'll say this, as much as it may be an own goal, and it's probably the scrappiest goal that he'll ever score, if it is his goal, the fact is, you've got to be in that position. As a striker, you want to be putting pressure on every last ball. Whenever the winger is putting a cross in, you want to be there to convert it. And if Marc Guiu's not there putting the pressure on, then it doesn't go in, whether it's his goal or an own goal. Brilliant work from the striker. But I want to know what you guys think in the comments below. Because a lot of people are saying, well, He should be playing more football. He's only 18. He's very raw. Could be a great player for the future. So he should go out on loan. My concern is that right now, it's probably enough for him to be starting these Conference League games. So if he goes out on loan, and heaven forbid, touchwood, hits the desk, something happens to Jackson, Felix, Nkunku, whatever, then you're going to need players. So I think right now, being around the squad that keeps on winning, getting these chances in the Conference League, scoring when he's got the opportunity, scoring 2 tonight on a very tricky, cold evening in Kazakhstan, this is only going to boost his confidence. That's his 3rd goal now in 5 matches in this competition. I thought Marc Guiu was absolutely brilliant. The movement was great. The interplay was good. Still very raw. Still times where he should shoot and hit the target but doesn't. But look, I'm not going to complain about that. Very impressed tonight with him. Box number 2, I have put Josh Acheampong and Sam Raksaki in the boxes together because I think these two showed tonight that what Maresca is building here at Chelsea, where individual player roles are very important, Maresca wants specifics. He doesn't want players to be going out there, and just because it's the Conference League and the competition is relatively easy, he wants these players to go out there and execute specifically what it is he's being asked to do. Renato Veiga was the left back. He was the one inverting. Acheampong's role was to get forward, be a traditional right back, and he was fantastic. There were moments where you look at the way he controls the ball, he's a class above. The way that he's looking to make those forward passes, and there was a great run where he could have scored himself. I thought Josh Acheampong was brilliant. I thought the way that Sam Raksaki looked so comfortable in possession and the way that he distributed it around, I think Raksaki was fantastic as well. Those two in the boxes together. Box number 3. We've got a green here for Tyrique George because Tyrique George was everywhere. And I think what I see in Tyrique is something quite similar to that of Noni Madueke when Madueke first signed. He's always looking to cut inside, always looking to get shots away, but it's just a little bit raw. There's definitely a lot of room for improvement when it comes to George, but he was getting into good positions. He was getting shots away, and there were countless times tonight where I'm like, there's so many players out there that are just freezing their bollocks off right now, but the reality of the situation was whenever he had the ball, he's running, he's trying to take players on, trying to get shots away. I thought he was absolutely everywhere. I think it was a really good performance tonight from Tyrique George. And I think, to be fair, as much as there's a lot of question marks about, well, is there going to be space for him? Is the arrival of a Kendry Paez and Esteval, is that going to stunt his growth? The reality at Chelsea right now is a lot of these players that have got ability are not going to make it. Even some of them that are currently playing in the first team, they might not make it because of the quality and depth that we're going to have moving forward coming into the side. But I thought tonight George was absolutely excellent. I'm just trying to get my WhatsApp up here to actually remind myself of what I put the boxes as. Box number 4 is a green for Renato Veiga. Gets himself his 2nd goal. And as much as the defending that we were up against tonight wasn't all that great, second half Astana were a bit more solid, Veiga's got to get there. He's got to be in that position to make that header, and he does everything right with the header. Heads it down into that far opposite corner, beats the goalkeeper, and the moment it was 3-0, I kind of feel as though Astana were like, yeah, this is Chelsea. This is the best team in this competition. We're not as good as these lot, and Chelsea just needed to beat what was put in front of us. And I think Veiga is so comfortable stepping up into that midfield. He does that job so well. And I think as much as Ben Chilwell's not even in the Conference League squads, as much as a lot of people are like, it's disrespectful to Chilwell, whatever, he should be playing these games, Veiga is proving to be a phenomenal Chelsea signing. Even if, at the moment, it's for the vibes. He's always smiling. He's a great player to have around the dressing room. He's got a lot of friends already at Chelsea right now. We're seeing the little cliques that are forming in various different training videos and when the players are arriving for match days and stuff. I thought Veiga was very good indeed. Box number 5 is a yellow for Chukwuemeka and Kiernan Dewsbury-Hall. Some people were seeing this tonight as an audition for both of these players, and if it was, don't really think they took it. I think Carney, moments where good little footwork, good interplay with Tyrique George on the left-hand side, but realistically, he's never going to get back into the Chelsea team. I don't think it was one of those games where he saw it as like a big window for him, a big opportunity, because I'm pretty sure he's already just like accepted the fact that he's not going to have a future at Chelsea. A lot of people, myself included, I know how good he is. If he didn't get injured in that day at West Ham where he scored that goal and got injured 10 minutes later, it could have been so different. But with this Chelsea squad, with the way that we're ticking over right now, with the way that the first team just really have just gone to another level, unless you're doing something special, there's no way you're near this team. With Dewsbury Hall, it's the same. It's just mid. Like, genuinely, I'm confused as to what we have done when we bought him. There's definitely some kind of scratch back with PSR, with Leicester and whatnot, because he's just not it. He's not quick enough on the turn when it comes to recovery, and when it comes to the final decision-making, it's not great. Sometimes he plays great passes. I get that there's probably a player there that's got vision, Maresca likes, that knows the way he wants to play, but realistically, Chukwuemeka and Dewsbury Hall, nowhere near the level that we need at Chelsea right now when it comes to the quality that we're showing on a weekly basis. Box number 6, and the final box of this video, is a green for Tosin. I thought it was a solid game from him. I thought he was always on the front foot, always looking to defend, looked nice and casual but tidy at the back tonight. And that is what this game was from Chelsea. Minus 11 degrees in as far east of Europe as you could possibly be. Basically Asia, Kazakhstan, although they compete in European football. We just did a professional job tonight of Astana. Good luck to them for the rest of this competition. Doesn't look like they're going to qualify now. Chelsea make it 5 wins out of 5. Let me know the 6 things that you learn in the comments down below from this game, if you learn anything, that is. Subscribe to GBFC if you are new and haven't already done so. And I will see you guys in the next one. Come on, you Blues.